Hello, family. Thank you once again for joining Empowerment Network. I hope everybody is fired up. Of course, we've had a wonderful, beautiful weekend. And of course, Heroes was recorded. I saw that people appreciated it. I think hopefully we do that again next time. Thank you for joining. If you are new here, my name is Comfort Confo, and I am always together with a team, with friends, with brothers and sisters, and of course, tonight I have Anita and Andy, A and A. All right, welcome, guys. Hello, Anita.
Good evening, Comfort and Andy, and everyone watching. It's going to be a good evening again. Happy to be here.
Oh yeah, sure. Always a blessing having
As
you.
always.
As always. Hi, Andy.
Hi guys, and we've got a celebrity in the house. Obviously, Anita was on the panel the other night. Yes, you go, girl.
Of a sort. I was there, sort of.
Sure, you actually delivered. Ignore any other thing because we did not see you moving live, but the picture was beautiful, the voice was there, everything, and you, of course, we enjoyed everything. So don't say of a sort. It was great. Thank you.
Didn't
So
get to thank Ash though, did I? Because they said she's muted. No, I wasn't. I was going, I'm here. Thank you.
it's all right. All right. So as you can see, guys, we would like you to drop your perspective on the chat. So we are going to be commenting on what Ash says. O Connect is insanely affordable. So Anita, I don't know what you think about. Just start speaking, sis. Go.
Okay, so we're talking OConnect because I had all my debit card and O-Verify ready. But yeah, OConnect, well, it is. I mean, we're going to be getting 3 months worth, aren't we? I don't know if we're talking prices on here. I think a lot of people now know it. We've got this 143 in our heads now, haven't we? So, you've got the 125 a month, and that's per month, and that's then 3 months. But we've got 1 month free. We've then got our 10 O coins coming off of that we've already got our credits in our ecosystem. And then we're going to have our other $97 of credits going in, so that will come off as well. There was going to be the 10 for Verify, but that won't be done in just quite enough in time. We will get that. So really the figure there for everyone is the 143, which I think, that's what's going to get people going. I have had people saying to me, but that's one product and there's more products to come. Yes, but let's focus with one product. Let's get going with that. You can start getting some earnings coming in. You can then basically use that to then purchase more products and take it from there. So it's a fantastic price, really, for people to start a business with, isn't it? And, let's face it, as we say, you can start with that. And then as more products come on board, you would have earned some income to then purchase them and build your business. So yeah, it's a very good starting point, isn't it? 143.
Right, indeed it is. So Andy, let's hear what you think, please.
Yeah, it's obviously not cast in stone yet, but the expectation is $125 a month. But what are you going to get for that? That's the key, because Zoom charges $399 a month for 1,000 attendees. So we've got 1,000 attendees for $125 a month. And by the way, if you make 2 sales, you're going to break even, or there or thereabouts. Yeah. So hold on a minute. If I'm using a product and getting paid to use it, that's phenomenal. Plus the fact that it's far superior to anything else that's out there anyway. What can I say? Perfect.
If you can, could you go ahead and explain again? Sometimes we say stuff which seem very easy to understand for some people, but for others, it could still be a quick issue, a little issue. What do you mean if you say 1 or 2 will break even? Just add a bit more information to that, please.
Yeah, again, our understanding is that 50% is being paid out in commission. So if you take on a customer and they are paying $125, you're going to get roughly $60. So but that then becomes, if that customer is paying for that monthly, you then get a commission continuously. Now there's likely to be part of that that's paid out to the as a group bonus. But 2 to 3 sales and you're getting there. You've covered the cost. And as I said, let's face it, everybody here knows somebody that uses the existing web platforms. So it's not rocket science, guys. You've got your lists, I hope.
Right, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So what we do on these platforms, guys, if you are new, don't go, listen to us, ask questions. Maybe you will find this interesting and would like to be part of it. So Andy, for the sake of those visiting us or people just joining us, new affiliates, like something I think somebody posted on Facebook today that we are using is one of the most, if not the only, state-of-the-art video conferencing platform, and in a few days ahead it is going to become obsolete, which means something even bigger than that is on the way. So can we just discuss again a tiny bit about how sophisticated O Connect is, so that people understand what they mean? It's insanely affordable, talking about these figures we're talking about here.
Okay, so let's have a look at the other large one that we say in the market. Okay, so we all know who they are. They set up their product in 2010, 2011. It's had security issues since it started. It's been what they call patching. So, and I love the comparison that Collins says about a 2-story house and the foundations being built for a 2-story house, and now they're trying to build a skyscraper on the foundations of a 2-story house. It doesn't work. So they've been patching. Now they still have a security issue that they've never actually dealt with, because they go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's good, but we haven't dealt with it. But no problem, we'll deal with it soon. Never been dealt with. Now, what they have done is had a look at what we're doing and trying to sort of add things on. But as I said, the biggest problem is that because they've still got the foundations of a 2-story house, the more they add on, the more likely it is to come down like a pack of cards. So we have a product that has the foundations far and wide and could build to the moon because of the way it's been designed. And you can add on or bolt on exactly what you want and when you want. So totally different concept. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is every week there'll be an additional add-on. But we will be, my understanding is, we will be the only platform that has real-time translation into 57 different languages. Now, that alone is phenomenal, and as I said, is not available anywhere else. So, but we also have the security because everything is encrypted. So ours is then head and shoulders above the next one. But there's also lots of other bits. And so many features. Collins and I have covered these in some of the lives that we've done on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you can find those on the YouTube channels, guys. But realistically, there's a list as long as your arm of all these various add-ons that you could utilize or have within O Connect that you can't get with the others. So we have a system far superior at a far lower price point. Now, why has he done that? Well, he's done that because we want to offer customers value for money. There's a big difference between, just selling a product to make profits because you've got to appease your shareholders, rather than make a product that is value for money, does what it says on the tin, and won't cost you the earth. So that's what ONPASSIVE has achieved.
Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? So Anita, do you have something at all to add to that, please?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we, as far as I've understood as well, we are the only video conferencing platform that is web-based rather than something to download. So it's in the back of our ecosystem, it's web-based. Okay, now that's quite a big thing, really, because it's so simple to use. And I did a meeting with one of my users just literally on Sunday, well, yesterday, and this is her first time of seeing it. She was absolutely blown away she was. And she just couldn't believe all of the, you know, I made her a co-host and we went along the features and just absolutely blown away with those. And I mean, you know, we've covered all of these a lot, I believe. But just even like the call to action button, she was, oh my God, you know, that's amazing. You know, for anybody with anything to sell, you're talking there, your call to action button, buy now, whatever you want to put there, you know. But even just the fact that what also blew her away was me uploading a document and her being able to download it immediately. That's amazing. I mean, you whiteboard, you know, some of the others have got whiteboards, but everything's just there. So simple. It's all along the bottom. You click on it. Oh, look, I can upload a video here. You upload the video, moment, share your screen. It's so easy. So we just went through those things. And by the time I got to the last one on there, which was a thing, fire, 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 you know, all this business. And she went, wow, I never realized it was this good. And I said, well, I'm glad you've seen it because now you'd be happy to buy it, won't you? And she went, absolutely. So she can't wait to be able to buy it and use it and get out there and sell it, you know. So it does make a huge difference when people have actually got on and used it. They get a much bigger understanding of what it's all about and what it's worth. So that's my advice would be, if you haven't done it yet, don't still sit waiting. Get on and have a meeting with somebody ASAP and get very excited about what you've got there. It's an amazing product.
Exactly. There's just no need, guys. You just want to take it a further step. So if you've been listening and ignoring, we have something to show up for. Signing up is free, 100% free. You don't give in your card, nothing. You just sign up and you find yourself in the ecosystem. And of course, there you go. You have your own mail address, and so you can join the or connect and find out for yourself. So the features are just crazy. We don't know from where to start, but then it's about seeing it all by yourself. So guys, let's quickly discuss, of course, about the one of the most important things, or verify, that is going to be rolling out one of these days. So who goes first? Anita, would you like to go again the first before Andy, please?
Okay. Well, you know, we know that KYC, verify is for KYC, which is know your customer. So it's really to just verify, to put it in simple terms, to verify that person. And it's all done with AI. In fact, verify doesn't even have a human to operate that at all. It's completely done by AI. And I believe we've got something like over 500 documents, you know, in over 190 countries. Okay, now this hasn't been easy to, you know, to put together. It's taken a lot of work, but it just means that people will instantly be able to go into the ecosystem. They'll be able to, you know, click on. They'll be able to then take a photograph of themselves, you know, and them moving, real person, not a photo, you know, not a photograph of a photograph. It's them, and it will detect them, and it will clarify that's them to the document with the photo ID, and hey presto, that's as simple as that. Now that is, I believe, free. I mean, Andy can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe that's free for us to use. In fact, we're going to get paid to use it. We're going to get 10 coins to verify ourselves. But I also believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that down the road that's actually going to be a commissional product to us as well. But we will actually do our verifying for free, and we're actually going to get paid to do it. So that's how I've understood Verify. And there's Andy wants to add some more to that, obviously.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Andy should be happy to say something concerning verify.
What they've been able to do is to simplify the system in financial services. What we had to do was to get a copy of the passport and a utility bill, or 2 utility bills and a bank statement. This type of scenario. So this is who I am, and this is, you know, where I live and what have you. But this whole system has been simplified now. The exciting part for me is the fact that this is accepted in 200 odd countries.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in essence, it's so simple. You take a picture of your passport, you then take a selfie with you holding your passport, sorted. You know, what could be easier? Now, for the financial services industry as a whole, just think of the time saving. that's going to do, and the cost. It's so much simpler, so much simpler. So yeah, everybody's, oh, it's going to be difficult. No, it's nice and straightforward, and it's nice and simple.
Exactly.
Just remember that you have to do the same for every account that you have.
Yeah, I know one of the excitements about this, Andy, like Anita mentioned earlier on, is the fact that you are being paid to use these things, even the O-Verify. Apparently, I just want you and Anita to confirm. Did I get it well when Ash said that even those who are just joining in to try it or like to give it a try to test it, if they sign up and verify, let's say you sign up for the 14-day trial of O Connect, you do your O Verify and successfully go through the verification, you get 10 coins. Did I get that right?
Yes, yeah, you did. It's for every user. Any user that uses O Verify will get the 10 O coins for verifying themselves.
Just bear in mind, you've got 72 hours to be able to verify yourself. Otherwise, you lose the account. And there's a reason for that at the end of the day, because if you think about it, customers are going to continue to come on board. If you then decide at some point in the future to become an affiliate, or you want to use ONET, our social media platform, or iMail, you're going to have to verify who you are in order to do that. So it's very important that everybody that registers makes sure that they do their KYC. This is a correction to the corruption, guys. You know, one thing I mentioned the other night, I saw on my Gmail accounts a new privacy update from iOS that says they have the power to delete any email they choose, to read any of my emails, or to delete my account. Well, hold on a minute. Hands in the air, hold on a second. This is my account. This is private to me. Nah, not anymore. Now, the difference here is with what we've got. Yes, I verify who I am. Now you can't look in my emails because OMail is totally encrypted. It's my private stuff. Now, I've proved who I am, so I'm not going to do anything untoward, but I don't want Big Brother looking over my shoulder every 5 minutes going, oh, I didn't like that word. You shouldn't have said that. No, this is totally different. And the same with ONET. So ONET is a system that is a correction to the corruption. We're not going to suppress because you say something. Now, hold on, don't get me wrong. If you say something nasty to somebody else, then yeah, you on your bike. But the beauty of it is that you can't do that because we know who you are. You can't have a fake account. You can't trawl or groom children. Yeah. And you can't sell bogus stuff. So at the end of the day, we have a system which is different to anything else. And unlike Facebook that does suppress information and it's been proven so, they don't like that, right? You lose your account. YouTube, same. Right. So now we're different.
Indeed. We're different indeed. And you know, I always borrow from this author, I've forgotten his name, who says things that are different are not the same. And that fits perfectly well on ONPASSIVE with ONPASSIVE because it's just something nobody has ever seen before. And truly, yes, we are different. So, Auntie, I'm sorry, I'll always bring you back. You know, can you finally confirm again? After watching Ash go through the O-Verify and stuff, it's very, so you can confirm to our people, especially my people, it's very simple. You have just one ID document and you are good to go, and that's it. Yeah,
and that's it absolutely. As I said, the ID document that you show has your photo on it, so you stand there and go like that.
Yep.
And you take a photo of yourself holding the equipment, or get someone to do it for you. Now the funny thing is that the passports can be 10 years old, so actually, you know, I've got no grey hair in my passport at all.
I know. So, but then you're still going to use it. That's good.
That's right. So, yeah, but
right.
it shows your picture and you behind it, no problem at all. But the first one will be just the passport or an ID card, anything with your photo on it. So it's simple. It's easy. You hold it up, have someone take a photo of it. Perfect.
Okay. Yes, I
Can I
want to.
just add to that? Sorry, when you're saying about getting someone to take a photo, I believe you're button and it take your picture from your own camera so it knows it's you. So you're sat there with your picture, press the button, it will take your picture from the system, I believe.
You're more than likely right. Yeah, I just find it hard sometimes to control the camera, but you're right,
Yeah.
Anita. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a quick worry here. I did not want to take questions from the chat, but this is a concern we can quickly address. This is my brother, Mr. Ndingwan Tegen from Cameroon. He says, "Oh, verify in 3 minutes in Africa with the problem of network, I think will be too small." Guys, what do you think about this?
Okay, you're talking about upload time and everything else. Look,
Yes.
the proof's in the pudding. At the end of the day, we don't know. I don't think you're going to have that much of a problem to be able to do that. Okay, if you're taking photos on your phone, upload times, even with a low resolution internet, is still within the 3 minute period. So again, I wouldn't overly concern yourself at this point. Now, if for any reason there are issues and it can't be done within that time frame, then what you do is you simply send a message to support to say, look, I'm struggling here because I've got this problem, I've got poor internet and it takes too long and it keeps kicking me out. They will deal with it for you. So don't panic.
Indeed, yes. No panic. I think everything, this is on passive. And like Ash says, the other day I'd like an answer he gave to somebody's question. He said on passive is built to simplify things and not to make things difficult. And I think that one is also being taken into consideration. So somebody just posted a question which even if we were to answer it, it would never be here because we don't have enough information about that. So, Andy, I'm not sure we want to answer that. He says, that's a Bonta calling from Malabo. You should explain how the overflow is going to work. I'm not sure we're there yet, right? When we get to that bridge, we'll definitely.
We don't know exactly
Yes,
what's happening,
we don't
and
know.
no, we can't pass comment on that until we understand it.
Yes,
If it does.
exactly. So I think that's enough. Yeah. So anything at all, Anita? So do you have a word maybe to the fellow brand ambassadors, people who are just joining now? There are a few questions which are coming here and there. You understand that this person has just joined. Maybe a word to them. Andy, you have something, just 1 minute each and we'll get it.
Okay, so will we not covering the debit card?
Oh, really? That's crazy. Yeah, let's go for that. People are waiting.
That's on here. So I would like to say about that actually.
Sorry.
And I do think that would be great for anyone who's watching this who is thinking about coming into OnPassive, because it's an amazing way to be able to have your earnings paid over to you, your income paid over to you. So there's going to be lots, of options, to bank account, crypto, you name it. But I've had one of these debit cards before. I mean, this is when I was in crypto, and it was fantastic because I could just switch my crypto into my GBP, put it onto that debit card, take my debit card, off I go shopping. I'm not saying this for anyone to avoid anything, but it didn't even have to touch my bank account. The money didn't need to touch my bank account. Okay, so I'm not saying that you've got to hide this money. Ash is very much for everybody doing what they need to do legally in their country. But I am saying it literally goes, you'll be able to go into your wallet and say, I want to pay that over to my debit card. It will go across to your debit card. It will upload your debit card and you can go and spend money on that debit card. So take from that whatever you want, but that's how simple it's going to be. And that is something that Ash did say the other day has been quite difficult to do in every country. But when you do, that card is going to be a one-time payment, probably be quite a cheap payment, and that's going to last for sort of 5 to 10 years, depending on which country and where you are, and the kind of package they have to sort of put together for a card in the countries. Not even sure that's going to be absolutely every single country, but he's going to do his absolute damnedest to make, to attempt that. So it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. So it's going to, again, for people that have been worried, oh, what about bank accounts? What about this? How am I going to get money out? Or what if it's in crypto? I don't understand crypto. Very simple. Here's your wallet. I want it transferred. I want it over onto my debit card. And I'm going to take my debit card and I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to put petrol in. I'm going to buy something online. I don't know if it will enable you to go to a hole in the wall and take the money out. We don't know that yet. I don't know if he said that, but normally you can. Normally you can do. So it's absolutely brilliant. So I just wanted to get that in before you closed off tonight, Comfort, as it's one of the topics for tonight.
I really appreciate. Meanwhile, I really wanted us to discuss that, but for some reason, I don't know what came over me. But thank you for bringing it up. So, Andy, your take, please. Talk about the debit card.
Okay, just guys, just bear in mind. I'd still recommend that you have a bank account. Everything that goes onto that debit card is still noted as far as tax liability is concerned, because you will get a statement from ONPASSIVE. This is what you've earned. So be careful if you transfer everything onto a debit card. You need to put some aside to make sure that you cover any potential tax liability you have in the country that you work in. All right, so please bear that in mind. Now, again, Ash mentioned the possibilities of additional extras that could be added to the card, like things like cashbacks and various bonuses that might crop up at some point in the future. Again, not cast in stone, guys. Don't quote me on it, but it is a prepaid card. So you're loading a card up for you to then spend. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Please be very careful. If you lose this card, depending on where you are, it could take weeks before you get a replacement. All right, so just be aware of that. So I wouldn't put everything on the card.
Exactly. All right, that's
and there was one more thing as well. I know Andy just said about bonuses and stuff, but Ash has also said that that's likely to be commissionable as well. So that's an amazing thing, because it certainly wasn't on the one I used previously on certain things. So if you can imagine that those people that have got the debit card and using it, if you're going to get a commission from that, that's just absolutely amazing. It's amazing without that, but if he adds that to it, that's a really amazing thing, because you think how many users are going to want that.
A question just came to mind now, really quick, Andy. Would the debit card be accessible for, let's say, somebody doesn't want to be in on passive, they don't want to join our ecosystem, but they just want to use this card? Is that a possibility?
Oh, that's a good question, Comfort. I would imagine that it's a product, a standalone, could be a standalone product, I suppose. But even so, you'd have to be into the ecosystem to be able to obtain one. So no, you'd still have to register. It's one of the products that we would offer. Not necessarily, you don't necessarily have to, earn a commission to be able to put money onto a card. So it's one of the things that would be in our shops, on our websites, etc., to be able to offer to others. I mean, look, there is a chap in the Middle East that uses these cards for his family. So he loads the cards up for his family to be able to go out and spend each month, and he puts an exorbitant amount on his own card. Now these they have no limit. You can put on whatever you want to, but as I said, you've got to be very careful with this. If you lose it, it's not something that that is going to come instantaneously. It may take 2 to 3 weeks, depending on where you are. So just be careful.
All right.
But they are phenomenal, and they are exceptional options.
Yeah, sorry that I need to take you quickly one step back again. I know earlier on, apart from the fact that you can lose your prepaid card, earlier on you were talking about settling your taxes and stuff. Did you mean that just with the prepaid card you cannot do your taxes? That's one of the reasons you should definitely have a bank account.
No, I'm not saying that at all, Comfort. What tends to happen is people get all of their income comes onto their prepaid card. They then go out and spend that. Now I've got nothing left to pay tax because I've taken everything off the card. Well, that's your earnings, that's your income, that's taxable.
Right.
Right. So unless you put some of that aside to cover a potential tax liability, at the end of the year you go, oh my God, I've got no money left. I've spent it all. Right, now you've got a problem because you're it's called tax evasion.
All right.
So, there's tax avoidance and tax evasion. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. But you have to make sure that everything that goes onto that card is, if that's all the income that you have coming in, ONPASSIVE will create a statement. They have to do that as a part of regulatory proceedings. So it says, Andy Burks has earned X amount from ONPASSIVE this year, and you go, okay, well, there's my statement, there's my income. Right now, that's the bit that goes in front of the tax man, along with all of the expenses I've had. But if I've spent everything because it's on my prepaid card and I've just gone out and bought a new car, it's lovely. Yeah, great, no problem.
Right.
Now, where's your tax bill? So
Fair
just
enough.
be careful. What I would suggest is, and depending on where you are, depending on what the tax rate of your country is, what you do is you put that amount away. So you take that off the card and you put it into a savings account in the bank. Now I've got something separate to cover a potential tax liability based on, let's say it's 20%. So for every 100 that goes on your debit card, you put £20 or $20 or 20, whatever it is, into a savings account. So it comes off the card, goes into your savings account. Now, at the end of the year, it may well be that you don't have to pay that much. Or it could be the other way around. You owe more because you haven't taken enough of. But you can speak to the tax man and say, well, by the way, I've got this set aside. What I'll do is I'll make a payment this month, next month, etc. So, the ways and means. You don't want to get to the end of the year and go, excuse me, you've got 100,000 tax liability. You go, oh my God, where am I going to get that from?
Oh dear, I know.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not a get rich quick system, but over time this could be a substantial income. So bear it in mind, please.
All right. Okay, that was very useful information. Everybody finds it really important and they are appreciating you for that, Andy. So Anita, you now have the responsibility to do the closing remark for this.
Okay, just to answer a question that somebody's mentioned a couple of times. I've seen it come up. Somebody's wanting to know about the 300 visitors that you can have onto the free version. Okay, they just wanted to know about the time, and I'm asking if that's also unlimited, and I believe that's unlimited on time. That's correct, isn't it, Andy?
I think it's an hour and a half on the free version.
Sorry?
I think it's an hour and a half, 90 minutes on the free version.
Oh, is it on the new one? Right. Okay, so maybe it's 90 minutes, but yeah, they were just asking that question a moment ago. But yeah, okay, so just to really round off then, I mean, obviously, if anyone's watching this, they need to come into the ecosystem. It's free to enter the ecosystem. Create yourself, literally click on register, create yourself an OMail. That's very simple. It's just what your name is or whatever you want it to be, and that creates your OMail, and then you're in the ecosystem. Take a look around. Start using the free products. Right now, you can use ONet, you can use OTrim. Trim is a URL shortener. You can use OMail. OMail is fantastic. You can do speech to text, text to speech. You can do video mail. So have a play around with those. And then as these products come along that you can buy, great, you can start using them as a customer, or you can even click the become an affiliate button, and then you'll be a reseller, as us founders are. You'll become a reseller and you can earn an income. So then you'll be able to, obviously you'll be using the O-Verify to get yourself verified that we've spoken about tonight. And you'll also be able to, down the road, use the debit card that we've spoken to tonight to put your earnings onto. So come and join us. It's a fantastic opportunity. And right about now, it costs you nothing to come inside and have a look. That's it for me.
All right. Thank you. Oh, all right. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate all the comments and especially helping to answer some questions. Thank you, Jean, for the job well done answering some of the questions. Guys, let's give all of us, let's give ourselves a quick homework for tonight. Let's come back tomorrow and be clear on one thing. I think that what I understood was that the 2-week trial would be up to 300 people and the time would be unlimited. So let's go back and either read the recap at the back office or watch again. Then let's all bring the answers here tomorrow so that we all speak in one language. Let's speak in unison in order to help, especially people who are standing out there watching and wanting to step in. So thank you all, guys, for all the support, and of course I appreciate you. It's highly likely that we'll have a Q&A tomorrow because I've been banking on questions for the past couple of days. So let's see if that be the case, then you'll definitely see a flyer hovering in the air tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks, Anita and Collins. See you soon, guys. Bye.
Collins, hello.
Just
Andy.
say yes. Just say yes. You know it. You know. There's no difference anymore. Andy.